Halloween, Rams!
And welcome to the plaza. We're here live on Halloween, and we have tons of CSU students dressed up in costume.
Yes, welcome to CTV After Hours. I'm Kerry O'Connor.
And I'm Callie Varra.
So today we are talking all about Halloween. We've got some tricks for you. We've got some treats. It's going to be a great day.
It is. It's
beautiful outside. So just to start off, of course, to get in the mood, of course, Halloween is a little bit freaky, a little bit haunted. So Callie, I heard that you looked into the hauntings at CSU.
I did. I had found some records from student media in past years since 1992 that actually had reports of hauntings on the campus, on the Oval. So I had a chance to sit down with one of the employees and see what she had to say about CSU hauntings.
Let's take a look.
The CSU Oval is often admired for its historical buildings, but what many students don't know is that some of these buildings have a dark side.
Well, I work in Johnson, and so we hear about it a lot in our own building.
For years, both students and faculty have tried to explain suspicious activity.
If you believe in things, you invest faith in them, and it makes them more real. If like a ghost rose out of the ground in front of me right now, I would flip out. That would be terrifying, obviously, but I think the likelihood of that happening is extremely small.
I'm currently standing outside of Johnson Hall, where many faculty members have claimed to see the ghost of a female dancer.
Among the allegedly haunted buildings is Ammons Hall and Student Services, where an employee working in the building acknowledges odd happenings.
I have had odd experiences, which intrigues me. I have worked with people who will not stay and work overtime in the evenings because they do get spooked out. I do know I've spoken to a past employee that has seen people in the hallway. There, in specific, she saw 2 or 3 different times a woman who would walk down the hallway and enter into an empty office. And I haven't verified this, but I was told that the architect was fairly well known, but suffered some mental issues, and I believe I was told that he murdered his wife and he was committed to an institution. But I don't believe in ghosts. I do believe in the spirits. I do believe that people, especially strong emotions, can leave a print, an imprint on certain rooms.
One mystery remains, and that is whether or not students and faculty are the only ones to roam the halls of these buildings.
It was so nice to hear from those people I interviewed. It was nice to hear. It's kind of scary. It's spooky.
Definitely spooky, yes. And not only is CSU a little bit haunted, but so is Fort Collins, I've heard.
Yeah, you can actually take tours down in Old Town.
Yeah.
And I think it's throughout the year too. So that's a perfect date night idea. It'd be a lot of fun.
Perfect date night. Go out to Old Town. You can take a ghost tour and they will show you all of the haunted places in Old Town. It's a pretty fantastic thing.
Yeah, and not to mention the history. The history is a kind of a fun thing to learn.
Absolutely, I totally agree. Well, that is a little bit spooky, but something else that can be a little scary during Halloween is safety. You don't want to lose your friends. That can be so scary.
Yeah, whether going to the bars or a party, you definitely have to have someone to have your back. Use the buddy system.
Yes, so we talked to CSU police officers today, and they told us a few tips on how to stay safe during this Halloween season. So I think one of the most important things is do not leave your drink down there.
You never know who's going to walk by it.
Yeah.
What can happen to it.
What can happen? Who knows? What's another good tip, Callie?
Another good tip is use the buddy system. You always want to have a friend with you, whether you're going to the restroom or just whatever you do, have someone with you.
Yes, and especially make sure you're walking in groups. And another really cool tip that they told us that I never thought about is that if you're feeling overwhelmed, just ask someone for help at any point. If you're just like, you know, not really feeling the night, you just ask for help.
Right. There should be police officers down in Old Town throughout the celebrations.
Yeah, don't be afraid to call for help. Don't be afraid. So another big thing that's been going on, since marijuana is legal now in Colorado, and Larimer County has a few recreational marijuana shops open, a few things that have been going on is that parents are getting really nervous about their Halloween candy.
Yeah, you need to make sure that whatever you eat, it's not wrapped or made by someone.
Yeah, exactly. You never know. We don't ever know. Some of those edibles really do look like candy, I think. So
they even have drinks and stuff too,
Yeah, they
don't
have
they?
drinks. I don't
And
even know.
suckers. They have
Suckers?
suckers.
Yeah, I've heard of Sour Patch Kid edibles.
Yeah.
So it's insane. It's crazy. So one of our reporters, Quentin Sikafus, he went down into Old Town and asked a few people how they feel about edibles and Halloween candy. Let's take a look.
Now we've got some special Halloween edition edibles, but certainly nothing that has increased our sales of edibles. They're always a popular item here.
With Halloween season in return, some parents like Alyssa Brown are concerned that edible marijuana, which is legal in Fort Collins, may fall into the wrong hands, like their children's.
I would be devastated. It would really upset me. I wouldn't know how to even begin to deal with it.
But they don't need to be concerned with dispensary managers like Maka Callie of Organic Alternatives, who assures that their company does everything it can to keep their products out of the wrong hands.
We've verified that you're 21 at the door, but then back here it's more of what state you're from and what your limit is. But you know, everything's leaving here in child-proof exit packaging. It can be, and it's in resealable child-proof packaging. You know, so the industry is doing a ton to prevent that from happening. Now, there's got to be responsibility. There's got to be some of that responsibility has to fall on the parents and the people around the house that may leave these things out, and it's just, you know, they need to be treated like prescription medication and be in, you know, out of reach of you know, any kids.
For CTV, I'm Quentin Sikafus.
So interesting to learn about.
It is, yes.
Yeah. So good luck. Be safe. Remember, check your Halloween candy. You never know what it could actually be.
You don't.
So joining us now is Seth Butler. Seth, thanks for coming on today.
Seth.
No problem.
Yeah. So tell us what organization you're with and kind of what you do.
Yeah. So I'm a graduate student in the president's office, and I coordinate the PIMSAC group, which is the president's Multicultural Student Advisory Committee. And right now the project that we're working on is spreading awareness about cultures not being costumes for this Halloween season.
Right, yes, I love
So that
this.
kind of goes along the lines of people like dressing up as Indians or...
Yeah, and it's just really important to know that to understand the historical context of people's cultures, and to understand that other people's cultures are not a commodity for our amusement or our fantasies, and so being respectful and sensitive to the intricacies of other people's cultures.
Yeah, great. I love that. So what are some tips that people can use to kind of avoid crossing that line and turning a culture into a costume?
Well, I think one of the big ones is obviously, as you mentioned, the Native Americans. Understanding the cultural context behind that, dressing up as a warrior with a tomahawk and feathers, that can tend to be very disrespectful because that's actually an honoring thing to be able to do. And so just asking, doing your research first, if it can be offensive, think about it. And that's really what we want people to do this Halloween season, is to think before you act, and hopefully there'll be a good result. So
Great. Well, thank you. Yeah, those were some good
so
tips. I think we'll definitely have to be more conscious about what we choose before we decide to go out on Halloween.
Yeah, and so far today on the plaza, I haven't seen too many people.
It's been really cool to see, actually.
Maybe we're making some progress.
Yeah, and hopefully students have seen the posters around campus in the cultural centers. The posters that say, we're a culture, not a costume, that highlights many different cultures. And so if you haven't seen those posters, just look out for them because they're really informational.
Great.
Right, and where can people find you guys on campus?
So we actually don't have an office, but my office is located in the administration building.
Great. And is there an email address or website maybe people could check out?
Yeah, so actually PIMSAC has been somewhat in remission this past year, but we do have a website, a Facebook, a Twitter that our marketing person is working on, and so it should be up and running in this next month.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Seth.
Yeah, thanks, Seth.
Happy Halloween.
You
Have
as
a
well.
good one. And it is a beautiful day outside right now.
Yes, it's warm. It's nice. I was dressing for the cold because I thought it was going to be a cold day, but thanks to Austin Harley, our meteorologist.
Yes,
we
he is.
How's it going, guys?
Good. How are you?
Great. Feeling the heat today, you know? I mean, you don't need like a shirt or anything.
You don't even have
Rocking
shoes
the Rotates
on.
today.
You don't even have shoes on.
I went all out today, you know? 51 degrees right now. Can you believe that? It's beautiful for late October right now. and plenty of sunshine as well. Just a couple passing clouds, but other than that, it's going to be a beautiful day as we move through the rest of the day. Current conditions, again, 51 degrees and partly cloudy right now. Other than that, as we look through the rest of the day, through the afternoon that is, temperatures will peak up just close to 60. We're going to hit 56 degrees at 4 o'clock today and then drop back to 52, just keeping those passing clouds around as we move through the afternoon. 55, or the sunset today will be at 5:57, and after that you can get your Halloween festivities rocking along. Halloween planner tonight, you got plans, 9 o'clock, 45 degrees, and just a couple of, again, passing clouds. Really no chance of rain or snow today. By midnight, we'll be dropping into 30. You're definitely going to need a jacket if you're out planning on trick-or-treating or you have any late night plans either way. Yeah, you're going to need that jacket. And stay warm out there tonight, stay safe. Over the next few days, we're looking at our visible satellite imagery. Look off to the west there, just off the coast of Washington, Oregon. Low pressure system's going to be bringing some cool weather to us, but it's quite a few days out still. That high pressure resting over Nebraska and the Midwest, that's pretty strong, and it's going to take quite a bit for that low pressure system to get in here. Once it does, though, big change on the way, my friends. Monday, take a look at this. This is our winter weather impact graphic. We're actually looking at a little bit of snow showing up on Monday. Some rain, though. Really nothing crazy. I'm showing no impact right now, so it'll be more of just like for show, you know, than anything. It's not going to be anything too crazy. Here's your 5-day forecast. Your weekend's looking pretty good. 60s throughout the weekend. By Sunday, shower activity makes a return. But like I said, Kerry and my friends, Monday, we shower a little bit of snow in the morning, definitely less than half an inch. It's going to transition to rain, though. So it's not going to stick around. That rain will wash it away through the afternoon. And then by next week, we're looking at some beautiful temperatures. We'll start to warm back up again, drying out towards the middle of the week as well. So I'm really glad that we missed out on all the snow for Halloween, and it's going to be great tonight. Not breezy, just a nice clear sky and a little bit cool.
I am bummed about the snow, though. I've been trying to avoid it this whole time. But
I know. Going to be a dry fall, I think, but really nice weather today.
It's so nice. Halloween's not usually this nice. I remember some snow a few years ago.
Right. I mean, there's always those times on trick-or-treat. I remember when I was a kid, there was no way I could have worn this.
Right.
I remember when I was a kid wearing like 10 coats, and it's going to be beautiful tonight. So really, have a great Halloween, and remember to stay safe out there. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Austin. Have a good one. Happy
yeah,
Halloween.
thank you, Austin. Here in just a few minutes, we will be bobbing for apples right here on the plaza.
Absolutely, and we've got some horror films to show you and a costume contest coming up next on CTV After Hours. Stick with us.